Hey there, welcome to another episode of Bill Selak Talks. My name is Bill Selak. This is me talking. So, what is the inverse of a Brown M&M? This feels like a Radiolab episode. And then, someone was like, I don't know what it is. What are we talking about? Are we talking about Brown M&Ms? And then there's banter, and then there's like, there's a story. And then it goes into some science cool thing. They're like, what? So pretend that happened. But it's just me. I will say, though, banter, the, I think, 2009 Paramore album, Brand New Eyes, is that what it's called? I'm not sure. Whatever one that is. Dude, how had nobody told me about that album? It's incredible. So good. I think that was right around the era that, like, all in on punk rock was like, maybe I can't listen to punk rock music my entire life. I was trying to find other stuff. And anyway, that's when that came out. It's amazing. You should listen to it. Their latest album, This Is Why, will change your life. Like, the production is great. Every single song is extraordinary. If you play any music yourself, try and learn one of those songs, and it'd be like, bro, I did not realize how complex this was. Banter over. Brown M&Ms. I heard a story, and I don't know that it's true, but when Van Halen was touring, way back in the day, they had a famous writer, if we're going to be here, you need to have this many roadies and this speakers and this size stage and whatever, organic bananas backstage. And the Van Halen writer was Brown M&Ms. Cannot happen. You cannot have Brown M&Ms. And people are like, that's ridiculous. That's like rock stardom, like in overdrive. And I read something that may or may not be true, but the point is interesting, and it's a great, summertime reflection as we head eventually into the new school year. But we can also just pretend the new school year is not quite here yet. We have plenty of time to prepare whatever that means to you. It was never about the Brown M&Ms. Apparently, Van Halen, instead of a normal tour with 3 trucks, would travel with 9 trucks and had a very complicated stage. And the Brown M&Ms were like a litmus test. So David Lee Roth would check, and if they saw Brown M&Ms, they're like, oh, Brown M&Ms, that means they did not read what we told them they needed to read, and they would do a full inspection of the stage for safety, and apparently it saved their life. Whatever. That's interesting. But the idea of, I'm going to put in, an Easter egg thing, and if they do what, if they pull out the Brown M&Ms, that means they really went through our requests. So what does that mean for education? So I'm thinking tech team, and not so much being obnoxious and putting in a thing someone needs to follow, but the inverse of that. And so my example for you is the new employee orientation. It's often the first time I am in front of new employees as tech director doing a tech directory thing. And instead of being hey, we're going to all click on this, we're going to all click on that, we're going to all do the next step together. Oh, it looks like somebody's slow. Let's all wait while I go help that person. Hang on. Now that we're all logged into our Google accounts, let's click on hillbrook.org and then log in. No, we do not need to be doing this in lockstep. The great thing about technology is that it enables learning anytime, any pace, and any place. So, along with Codex, I built the macOS app, Hillbrook New Employee Orientation. So it's here's your new MacBook Air, new and shiny, amazing. Now, look down in the dock. You see that new employee app? Click on that. All right. You just read the onboarding. Go ahead and check that box. Boom. 1 of 13 done. On your way. If you are an independent bro, you can do the whole new employee orientation for tech stuff independently. If you need some help, my whole team's here to help you out. Your call, whatever you need. If you need to come back to this, you now have this app in your dock. If you don't, then whatever. It's not that big of an app. It took some time, but the idea of it is I had all these resources, and I don't need to be the one talking for people to be learning. For me, that is the inverse of a Brown M&M. The type of thing that is the oh, got it. That's the school I'm at. This is the relationship I'm expected to have with technology. If I'm a teacher, this is what's being modeled to me. So these are the types of experiences I can create or can get support to create and kind of am expected to create on my own. Right? Is that making sense? I feel like that is. So think about what that is. I'm not asking you to build your own custom app for teachers coming back. Although if you want the challenge extended. If you don't, then the challenge is to come up with your own thing. Like, what's the inverse of a Brown M&M so that when new people come into your community in August-ish, they're like, oh, cool. Oh, that's what you're about. Got it. Instead of like checking the green room to be like, no brown M&Ms. Looks like in Milwaukee we're safe to play on stage. It's the culture piece, it's the values piece, it's the modeling piece, all those things. And that's all I've got for you today. Do you remember brown M&Ms? I'm guessing if you're young enough, you're like, they're brown M&Ms. The rest of you are like, bro, brown M&Ms. I remember those. Dude, blue ones still taste the best, and that is my hill to die on. My name is Bill Selak. This has been Talk.